Hey there, thanks so much for stopping by. Look, if you're not implementing email marketing into your business or agency, you could be missing out on thousands of dollars every single month. The sad truth is that way too many people undervalue email marketing, or they don't want to get to know how to do email marketing, so that they're not doing themselves a justice, whether you're offering it as a service for your agency or you're a product business online looking to get more sales. My hope in today's video is that I can break down as simple as possible how you can start email marketing if you're not already, and if you're already email marketing, maybe some ways that you can improve the performance of your email strategies. Now, I know the big question in email marketing is, where do I get started? It's pretty intimidating if you don't already know a little bit about it. Maybe you're familiar because you've signed up to some newsletters that companies have sent you in the past, or you've received a return to cart email. But if you're not actually familiar, we need to start with an ESP, or email service provider. This is pretty much the hub of everything that your email marketing strategies are going to be coming to, and really the dashboard that you're going to need in order to control your email marketing strategies the best as you possibly can. The top three ESPs that I recommend are MailChimp, Constant Contact, or HubSpot. Now, there's hundreds of ESPs that you could use, and other ones like ActiveCampaign or Beehive, but these are really just the three that have laid the foundation for all of the other ones that followed, and MailChimp is the one that I'm going to be talking about today because I think it's the most user-friendly, and if you're an agency, it provides the most insight and ease of use for your clients. Now, before we get into that, we have to create a goal. What is our goal behind email marketing? Is it driving new sales? Is it getting more customers into your newsletter list? Is it nurturing those customers or creating a return to cart flow? All of which are perfectly fine goals. Typically, you'll see that an email marketing effort as a whole is to increase sales. An example of something that wouldn't be that would be like a newsletter that you create where really you're just trying to get members to sign up and not really look for a back-end sale until later. But many businesses and agencies want to implement this as soon as possible so that they can drive sales as soon as possible. First flow that you're going to need to get down is customer acquisition or client acquisition. This pretty much means how are you going to get people to sign up for your newsletter. Now, I've showed this presentation before on my channel, but I wanted to reiterate the importance of how you can actually acquire these members. As in, if you don't have any members, you have nobody to sell to, therefore you're not going to generate any sales. The first way you can acquire a customer is through your website. So there's two ways of doing this, the most popular being entrance intent, which pretty much means, you go to a website, you see the pop-up after 10 to 15 seconds, and you offer them an incentive, something that they get if they sign up for your newsletter. The second here is exit intent. This pretty much means, Nike has a really good example of this. This pretty much means that when you leave the website, when you hit the X button, before you leave, they hit you with a pop-up saying, hey, before you leave, you want a % discount. Do you want a free template? Something along those lines. That is a little bit less popular, and the main thing that I focus on is entrance intent. The second way you can acquire customers is through actual advertising. Now, one thing that you have to do when you advertise is give them something on the back end. And I'll talk about how you can do this a little bit later by automating your flows in MailChimp. But you want to give them an incentive or something. This could be planners, strategies, templates. If you're in the nutrition niche, you could give away like meal plans, exercise plans. There's two examples, but you can kind of see like different ways you can do that. I would try to stick to a digital product. You could also give them a percentage discount saying like, hey, if you sign up for a newsletter, we'll give you this discount and we'll give you a code to actually apply that. Or you could generate a specific code for that new member. Another way you could acquire new members is by tracking them on social media. So on social media, you can actually leave a link in the description, or on your story, you can actually link now on Instagram, which is really nice, and you can link them to your newsletter saying, hey, for a limited time, we're dropping this new hat, we're dropping a new water bottle, a new meal plan, template, strategy, whatever it may be. And if you sign up for our newsletter within the next 24 hours, you'll get a code that gets, X% off. You can kind of see where I'm going with this. You can get really creative with how you actually get those members into your list. But now that those members are actually into your list, you have to send them emails. You have to make something automated so that every time somebody signs up, you don't have to manually send them an email. So this is the beauty of email automation. Once you have this completely set up and you have the flows running in the background, you don't even have to touch it. People are constantly signing up. You're sending them emails and you never have to do anything outside of setting this up in the first place. So pretty much the way that this is segmented for me in MailChimp is whenever somebody signs up to Win in Marketing, specifically through my outreach template campaign, which you can find down below, I send them an email that gives them the template, because what's the point of actually, getting people to sign up if they don't get an email initially or whatever they're looking for? And this email right here looks like this. Now, we're going to get into design a little bit later, but pretty much it's very simple. Thank you for signing up. Here's the download button. That's all they came for. That's all they want. Now, you could also get creative as to how big this journey is. Now, you're going to have to pay a little bit more for the premium plan of MailChimp, which I think is around $60 a month for more steps in your journey. But you can get up to 5 to 6 journey points, which I think any more than that, you're kind of doing overkill, right? But As long as something in the background is automated, they're there for you. You don't have to touch it. You're getting sales rolling in. So the way that I get them to buy after this is that after 4 days, I'll send them an email giving them 50% off to my 0 to 1,000 a day email marketing mastery guide, which, by the way, that deal is still going on. So check that out if you're interested. If not, totally cool. But this sends them, and this is ultimately what I'm trying to get them to buy outside of, giving them information every single week from my newsletter. This could be different for your business. And like I mentioned earlier, the fitness niche, you could be sending them a how-to guide every single month or week or bi-weekly. The newsletter doesn't have to be consistent, but I would recommend not going any further than a month. So now that that customer is nurtured and this whole system is set up in the background, now we have to figure out, okay, we have our systems, we know exactly what we're supposed to do. How do we design them and how do we upload them into MailChimp? The new software that I like to use, or website that I like to use to design my email templates, is called Unlayer. Now, this video is not sponsored by them. It's really just a good tool for free that I can use, and I used it quite a lot for some of my other clients, and I'm starting to use it a little bit more as I'm paying for the premium account. But if you're just getting started, there are some great free templates that you can dive into with Unlayer. For example, Labor Day is coming up, so we can type in Labor Day here and see what email templates pop up. Here is a free template that you can get started using. You can start editing today. So all you have to do is hop into this little portal they have here, and then you have multiple tools on the right-hand side that you can use, and you can kind of get as creative as you want, get as plain as you want. But essentially what this is a really easy to use email design template that MailChimp doesn't necessarily have all the tools to. Now, that being said, you could absolutely design an email within MailChimp, but if you want to get a little bit more creative, you want some more tools by your side, or you're an agency and you want a little bit more creativity outside the basic templates, Unlayer is a great place to start if you're not super familiar with design already. So once you're done with your email here, you want to put it into MailChimp. How do you actually do that? Now you're going to hit export, you hit push to MailChimp, Gmail, etc. You connect your account and it uploads right into it. This is a prime example of what I used Unlayer for my PDF that I launched not too long ago. And essentially it's just getting the point across that this PDF is now out. If you're part of my community, you get that 50% off deal. I'm linking it to the buy now page there, which goes to the landing page that I created for it. It's got a couple different key highlights here, an unsubscribe, which you always need. And that's pretty much it. Now, like I said, the more money that you put into this, the more features, the more tools that you're going to be able to access. For example, MailChimp's premium plan gets you a scheduled send time optimization where it calculates where your members will be on the computer or their phone the most, where it gives you the most chance to actually open and click through your email. And then as far as Unlayer, you're just unlocking that more premium version. So the more money you put into it, the more tools that you will get. That being said, if you wanted to start out and kind of give email marketing a try, you can absolutely do so for 100% free. Now, if you're an agency, how do you get clients? How do you sign them? What do you sell them? And how much do you sell them for? Well, I've talked about this a lot on my channel, but the two ways that I get clients are through Apollo and Instantly AI. Essentially what this process looks like is I'll go on Apollo, I'll filter down on the left side where I want my clientele, well, who I'm targeting, what I'm targeting. I'll download this list. I'll then import it into Instantly AI, and then they're hit with a sequence where all of them are hit with the same thing. Hi, first name, I came across company name. This is a template that has worked really, really well for me. Feel free to copy it. But as you can see here, I'm offering them a free week, and then after that, it's a paid trial. So essentially, I would set up the automations for them, let them get a taste of how it can benefit their business, and then I would charge anywhere from $750 to $2,500 a month, depending on the scope of work, revenue generated, different things like that. There are many different ways you can get clients if you're new to the agency life or freelancing life. You can absolutely get them through Upwork.com, which is a freelancing website you can run through your agency, or you can send cold calls, manually send cold emails. But if I were to do it back from the start, I would absolutely start automated cold emails to set my meetings and then close them from there. If you want to learn a little bit more about how you can master email marketing, I have a PDF that I'm selling for 50% off for this video link only. Do not feel obliged to buy that. You can absolutely learn everything through YouTube. I only sell speed. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.